What's going on, guys? It is your boy Junior from PMP Customs coming back at you with another video. So now we have a 2020 Dodge Durango RT. This client came in and got himself a Tesla style upgrade. So we're gonna go ahead and look at his factory interior radio, tiny 8.4-inch screen. Now, yes, it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but it would just look so much more better on a bigger screen. I think we can all agree. So I already filmed an install video and a tiny showcase video. This video is gonna be a little different just to not make it, an exact copy and paste. So if you need help installing this radio, need an in-depth plug for plug, wire to wire installation guide, that video is going to be in the description. But in this case, we're going to do it real quick. All right, so the quick rundown is with the popper panel, you want to remove that plastic panel surrounding the radio. Disconnect the AC climate control plug that's behind the kit. This is going to reveal 4 7mm surrounding the radio. Go ahead and remove those. With the radio loose, you can now pull it out, disconnect the main harness, and disconnect all the other plugs. They all have the similar idea of a tab being at the top. Push it down, pull it outwards. Look at that big difference. I even like the new style of the buttons. Now, what you're going to have to do here is you're going to have to transfer the plastic clips that we give you guys in a bag. Go ahead and clip those onto the frame. Now, all the harnesses and accessories are going to be put into the vehicle first before you install the radio, but this plug here, your camera video input plug, you can go ahead and connect that one. Now the radio itself is ready for installation, but the vehicle is not ready yet. We got to install some harnesses first. So first, we're going to connect our radio FM adapter. Next, we're going to connect our USB adapter. This recuperates the USB inputs that you have there at the bottom by the center console. Connect both antennas, the 4G and the GPS antenna. They both have to be looking upwards. Next, we have the SIM card and the 2 extra USBs that we supply you with. I always run it towards the glove compartment. You can do it this way as well. The idea behind this is that they're very accessible, but they're also out of the way. Okay, so this Dodge Durango RT specifically, this model comes with the preamped sound system. So you can see there by the speaker grill, it does come with an amp already by factory. The harness itself has a switch. You can choose between the two, whether if it's an OEM amp or without an OEM amp. After you're done setting that up, all you have to do is plug in the main harness, and this is how it should look like when it's connected. Now, all that's left for you to do is to plug in all of these harnesses. I know it looks a little bunched up and complicated, but as soon as you start plugging one by one, it gets a lot more simpler. This video is just a tutorial / user guide / manual on how to use the radio. But if you guys want a deeper and more in-depth video on installation, that link is in the description.
Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use, a general video on how to use the Tesla style radio for the Dodge Durango. Every single radio is unique to their own vehicle, so not all of them work exactly the same. But for the most part, if you have a Jeep Grand Cherokee or some other car, this can also help you out, alright? So, this is your new user interface. If you have Android version 12 on your Tesla style, then this is probably what it's going to look like. This is your home screen. All right, so let's talk about the new climate control. All right, so you can control your climate control like this on a drop down menu, but I always tell my clients to see everything a lot more better. Why don't you go ahead and click on rear, and you can also control rear as well. See, you don't have to worry about losing the rear AC controls, but let's focus on the front air AC control. So your vent speed is the fan. Your different modes are here. All right, temperature, you can see they're both going up, but if you wanted to go on dual, everything is here. It's just that it just looks a lot more different. So now when I change it here, it doesn't change on that side. Let's go ahead and change that. We have AC. Now, depending on whether your vehicle had ventilated seats or heated seats, the buttons will or will not do nothing. So if I click ventilated seats, this vehicle already had ventilated seats, so you can see it went blue. I do believe this is one of the highest packages of the vehicle. Obviously it's not the Hellcat or whatever, but it is one of the highest packages that brings most of the features. So if it has ventilated, then it also has heated seats. You still recuperate the levels, see that? So no worries on that. Same thing on the other side. But let's say, for example, you had heated seats on your vehicle, but you didn't have ventilated seats. When you click on it, it's not gonna do anything. I hope that's understood. I know some people, they see the icon there and they automatically think, oh wait, that means I had ventilated seats. No, not at all. It's just that this radio is universal for all kinds of Dodge Durango packages. So if you had something there, it's gonna work. If you didn't have it in the first place, it's not gonna work. So let's go ahead and head, now that we spoke about the climate control, let's head towards down here. These are your original buttons, or some of the original buttons. Same idea here, where if you didn't have the button before, it's not going to do anything. So let's try this one. So the vehicle didn't have this button in the first place, so it didn't do anything. Let's go ahead and click on this one. That one he did have. See how it reacts now? And the illumination at the bottom pretty much tells you if it's on or off. See how it turned off? Boom. Same thing here. Lane sense off. It's pretty much the same thing for all buttons. Your hazards still work, of course. Now, so you guys can see that that's pretty much what the buttons all say. They all work if you had them. If you didn't have it in the first place, let's say an SXT buys this radio and he has all of these buttons, for the most part they all won't work just because his vehicle didn't have those features in the first place. I hope that's something you guys are able to understand. So I want to be able to talk about the driving modes, the sport modes, the gauges and all that, because I did have a client asking me a whole bunch of those questions, and it's actually my fault just because I've never showcased it, right? You guys with the SRTs, the Hellcats, the RTs, the Scat Packs and all that, they're like, yo, damn bro, but you ain't show the driving modes. Where they at? You're right. My apologies. So if you press on sport on launch, it sends you to your gauges. Oh no, not this one, I'm sorry. Equal off SRT, sorry. So you have all of your gears, right? You have a lance control. Now this is everything that was in your original radio. It just looks different because it's on a different user interface. You didn't lose anything, it just looks different. Okay, now to see to get a little more specific on what you want to see, we were just there, so let's go to driving modes. Now if you had an SRT and you had like your driving modes here in the center console, then you would be able to switch between these two. You have custom as well to mess with that as well. Rock, mud, custom, tow, snow. Nothing is lost, nothing is lost. You can go back. What else do we have here? Performance pages. So those are your original gauges that you had on the vehicle. I think they were like in a form of a cluster on the original ones. Here they're a form of just like a temperature bar pretty much. So I'd say it's a lot more basic, a lot more easier to understand. Tire settings, all that stuff, off-road. All right, so let's talk about the illumination. I want to talk about that as well. Oop, that's not the illumination. If I turn the lights on, then it automatically turns the illumination on. See that? And it's by factory on RGB color. People don't like it on RGB color. They usually leave it on just red or just white. So the way you do this is you go to vehicle, let's see, ambient lighting. There you go. And you have all these settings here, but the one that you mainly want to focus on is this one. So look, blue, red, green, earth yellow. I'm gonna just leave it on red for the client just because I know, you know, with the red interior, I'll show them how to change it in anyways, but yeah, it pretty much complements the red interior, matches the hazards buttons as well. But yeah, that's pretty much how you change the colors. Now this vehicle automatically this radio automatically uses the built-in OEM mic. You don't want this. You don't want this. You don't want to use this, because why would you use this aftermarket mic when you have one? Oops, sorry, I almost dropped my phone. Up here, can you guys see that? You have a microphone up here. So use the original microphone. How do you do that? That's a setting that you have to turn on. So let's go to vehicle equipment settings. See how it's on built-in mic. All radios are like this. They automatically assume that you want to use that microphone, but come on, man. You already have one, right? You already have a really good microphone in the vehicle. OEM mic. You'll hear like a relay click back there, just so you know it works. So now when the client calls on the phone, he has the OEM mic picking up the audio. All right, so that's pretty much you know, in terms of the driving modes and all that. Let me go ahead and turn off the AC just because I'm not sure if that's bothering the audio. So this is your original radio here, your original FM. So you can hold and it'll search. See that? You can if you want to save a station, you hold on one of the 6 and it saves it. See that? Steering wheel controls are automatically recuperated. You don't have to worry about that. See that? Volume up, volume down. See that? Let's lower it all the way down. And then channels, of course, that also works. See that? All right, so music. Okay, I wanted to talk about that. So you guys have a USB port down here and an aux input port. So what that does is that this client has a music inside this USB, so he didn't lose that. So we can go ahead and let's go to search for music. This is all of his music, so I can go ahead and see that. So he doesn't lose anything. Some people do still use USBs full of music, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be happy to hear that he didn't lose that. He doesn't have to only stick to Apple CarPlay, Spotify, and all that. If he has a USB, he doesn't have to throw it away. He can still use it. You get me? Let's go ahead and turn off this illumination just so we can see the. Yeah, there you go. So that's pretty much how you use the USBs full of musics. And then if you go to apps, there's gonna be an app called Gallery. If you had a USB full of videos and pictures and stuff like that, it would be on here. The aux input would be here. very simple radio. You just got to get used to it. Front camera, you can add a front camera. There's no front camera to this vehicle, so it's not gonna do anything. Calculator, stuff like that. You have Play Store, so this is where I tell people it's pretty much like a phone where you can download more apps. You can download Hulu, YouTube, Netflix. I think it already has YouTube. Yeah, it already has YouTube. You can download pretty much like games. Like I've seen a guy download TikTok on here and he's swiping on it like it's phone. It's crazy. Obviously you don't want to do this while you're driving. I'm just gonna state that out there. Obviously don't look at videos and movies as you're driving. That's mainly just for like when you're parked and stuff and you're just chilling waiting for someone, or maybe the passenger wants to see a movie as we're driving on a road trip or something like that. That's pretty much how it works. So if you swipe down, you have the ability to give it Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Bluetooth is for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. All right, that's for transferring the connection and the information of your phone to the radio, and then that's when it displays the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, if you don't want to use Bluetooth and you want to use like YouTube, Netflix, let's say you want to use the actual Android part of the radio, you would have to give it Wi-Fi. How do you give it Wi-Fi? You can either give it Wi-Fi, SIM card, or hotspot from your phone. You have those three options. You guys saw that I ran the SIM card towards the glove compartment, so the client can go to his local T-Mobile shop, pay $15 a month, and it'll always have internet instead of sharing. So for right now, I'm gonna just go ahead and give it my Bluetooth. That way it can connect to my phone, and I'm gonna show you guys Android Auto. Oh, it's pretty simple. Just connect it to, you hold on it. All right, I think you click on it actually. Yeah, click on it, go here, and I'm gonna connect this to Android. The password is 4 zeros. As soon as I connect to that, it's gonna automatically take me to the app of CarLink. CarLink is both of them combined, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so it automatically, depending on what kind of phone you have, it automatically chooses for you. So in my case, since I have a Samsung, it's going to be Android Auto. So let's go ahead and get that done. And this is how wireless Android Auto would look as soon as you connect your phone. As I mentioned, it's that simple. Connected to Bluetooth and it automatically connects. You have your music here, your temperatures here, you have your addresses up here. You can go ahead and click on some more stuff. Oop. Oh damn, it has, I didn't know they had that feature. You can click on something and it takes you there. That's awesome. And then obviously Android Auto, you can go to more apps by clicking on this icon right here, and the sexiest accurate teal will pop up on the no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I took a good picture of my vehicle. That is my accurate teal right there, first car. I'm really liking it. I just really love this picture, man. It's really cool as a home screen. But yeah, let me stop. Yeah, so you can get your messages when people call you to go through here. You can customize your weather, Spotify, music. Let's go to music. Wires is such a good song, so you can go ahead and skip forward and all that. Skip forward. And obviously steering wheel controls also work here as well. There you go. See that? So that's pretty much how wireless Android Auto works. Same thing for wireless Apple CarPlay. It's just a different user interface. They all do the exact same thing. Just connect your phone to Bluetooth and you can control your phone through the radio. All right, so let's say you want to use the Android part of the radio. When I say Android part of the radio, I mean the actual like phone part of the radio where you can watch YouTube and Netflix on there. So the way you do that is obviously you can't do anything without internet, right? So you're gonna hold on Wi-Fi. And you're gonna give it some Wi-Fi. Now, like I said, you can either do SIM card or hotspot through a phone. But since we're in the business, I can automatically give it the business's Wi-Fi. So let me go ahead and put that information in. And just like that, it is connected. So now we can go to, let's go ahead and go to Chrome. Just real quick, accept and continue. No thanks. Just to show you guys how fast this is. Go to YouTube. Do you see how I click on something and it's automatically loading? You guys know one of my favorite songs, Lean With Me by Juice WRLD, man. That dude only released heat. I love Juice WRLD, man. Let's see. There you go. See how it's loading real quick? That's it. The video already started. Let's put volume up. See that? You can go ahead and skip forward. I'm gonna find it. Rain plug, hit my phone, perfect time, man. Look at that. No buffering, no lagging. I can click on the next video. Black and White, also a good song. I'm putting you guys on. See how fast that loads? And obviously it could be the same thing for Netflix. I can lower the volume. It would be the same thing for Netflix, but obviously Netflix doesn't work without an account. I went to Chrome because Chrome doesn't need an account. The actual YouTube app that you guys saw in the beginning of the video, you actually do have to give it a Google account in order for it to work. That's just how it works on these radios. But Chrome doesn't need it, so that's why I'm on Chrome. But yeah, you can watch Netflix on here, all that good stuff, man. What else am I missing? What else can I show you guys? Oh, the backup camera. I got a lot of you guys who are, obviously if you plug in the right RCA video connector behind, oh, you guys heard that the sensor still works. I showcase the camera a lot in my videos, and you guys are always like, yo, does the line still move? Well, believe it or not, the lines are already integrated into your camera. They're like one whole piece. So if I recuperate the camera, I recuperate those lines. Check it out. All right, so you don't lose none of that. A cool feature that the Tesla style does is that your sensors weren't anywhere near the radio, but now with the CAN bus connector that we connected back there, see these sensors right here, that it transfers that information to here. So when I'm backing up and I'm looking at the camera, I can also see that there's it's letting me know that this car is passing by. Damn, that's good sensors, man. It notices stuff from all the way over there. That's crazy. But yeah, as I'm backing up, you'll be able to see the sensors on here as well. Go back to park. All right, so what else do we have to showcase on this radio? I'm making this video just so people, you know, when they're just starting to use it, and they're like a little lost, because like, damn, there's no manual. These videos don't really come with a manual, just because it's, believe it or not, it's the same system. Everything is recuperated, it just looks different. So there's nothing new to learn. It's everything is still there. You didn't lose or gain anything. It's just, well, you get an Android system. My fault for speaking some lies, but you get an Android system. But other than that, like, you know, the climate control is still there, the buttons are still there, gauge is still there. YouTube, everyone knows how to use YouTube, so that's why it doesn't bring a manual. It's like very simple. These are your settings. These are like user settings that you can change and all that, Wi-Fi, sound. This one is a, they don't recommend you to get on here, so we don't really share the password. I get a lot of people asking me, yo, can I get the password so I can look inside? We only give you the password when our technical support, let's say you're having an issue with the radio, then our technical support calls you, gives you the password, and they'll just change some stuff in there to fix the issue. But yeah, that's like those are types of settings that you couldn't be touching, because if you mess with one setting that's like, let's say it's important, and you like turn it off or something, it can like damage the whole radio. So those are settings that are like prohibited to be touched on. All right, so that's pretty much how it works. I'm pretty sure I'm not missing anything. You have your RPM here with CAN bus. It's pretty much a phone. You pretty much bought a phone for your vehicle. Download more apps. You'll get used to it over the time. I'm making this video so I can also send it to my clients, because I'm getting a lot of clients that are buying it over states. You guys know we used to be local, but now people are buying it from other states, and like, yo, how do I use it? There's no manual, and I gotta make a video. Oh yeah, by the way, there's an equalizer here, so you can mess with your, this vehicle already had a factory amp. You can tell by the speakers, they're labeled, so you can mess with your treble, your highs, your lows, all that stuff. Your fader. It's pretty cool. All right, so that's pretty much how the radio works. You give it some Wi-Fi, you give it some Bluetooth, you can, you know, do a whole lot of stuff with it. You'll get used to it. Buttons are recuperated. Nothing is lost. Nothing is lost. This vehicle doesn't have a rear entertainment system, but if you did have a rear entertainment system, it also recuperates that. But don't think because you can watch Netflix on here, you can watch it back there. No, the only thing that it does is that it recuperates the system. It does not add to it. All right, guys, so that's pretty much how you use the Android 12 Tesla style radio that we sell here at PNP Customs. If you guys are interested, definitely give me a call. And if I forgot something and you guys want to know more about this radio, shoot me a call and ask for Junior, and I'll take care of you. You know, I'll answer your questions before you buy and all that. I know people want to know exactly what they're buying before they, you know, actually make a purchase. But yeah, you guys know we do it best here, man. You guys enjoyed the video, and if I helped you out use your radio, it's free to support. You know, drop a subscribe, drop a like. I'm really enjoying making these videos for you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.